Sup flappers, welcome back to another video brought to you by Erotic Walrus. So in yesterday's video, I touched briefly on the Genshin Anniversary, the announcements, the prize, all the goodies, whatnot. And yesterday I did not get enough community feedback. I didn't talk to enough people regarding the gifts that MiHoYo was giving us and how they thought it was. And now today, I had more than enough input from the community. People were very vocal regarding this part of my video, which only took about 1 minute. So it's something that people care about a lot, and I understand, of course. Genshin Impact isn't necessarily the cheapest game to play or whale for people who want to spend money, and it isn't necessarily the chillest game you can play, because with all the limited time banners and all the high pricing for primo gems, if you want to pull for a character that you like, you have to save up over time. Sometimes it can take up to months to collect your resources, which means it's not necessarily a game you can just play whenever you want, maybe 3-4 times a week, very casually. It demands game time, it demands in-game play time, and forces you to play through all their events. So with that said, today we're going to be talking about the stuff that MiHoYo has mentioned, the goodies that MiHoYo has mentioned that they're going to give back to the community for their 1-year anniversary. And we're gonna touch on a little bit of the side that community, which has been extremely vocal regarding these gifts, and myself as well. I'm gonna give some input regarding this as well, so hopefully you guys can understand where do I come from as a whale, and where do some of the free-to-plays and maybe even the mid-tier spenders, even the Leviathans, how do they feel about this? Okay, with that said, like, subscribe, you know the deal. Let's get into the video. So, Genshin Anniversary coming up September 28th, Ayaka's birthday. We have her sitting nice, pretty centered in our video right now. I don't know what better way to put this, but I think some words are disappointed. Some people even said cheated. They felt cheated, and others said that if they felt ripped off, which I guess is the same as cheated. And most overall, I think a lot of people are extremely upset. There also, of course, is always the other side of the community who says, we are getting free stuff. Don't get mad. It's free stuff, people. Why are you getting mad over free stuff? MiHoYo is so generous. They give us free stuff all the time. I've never once said MiHoYo is a bad company, right? By default, they are not a bad company. They are here to make money. They are here to generate profit, and we understand that. I think I've echoed this many times in the past, and they're a smart company. They do things very logically most of the time from a business standpoint, and I think that's where they always take off from. We as the players, we oftentimes fail to see MiHoYo from the business perspective of how it is to run a gacha game like this, such a popular and successful gacha game like this. So I made a video talking about MiHoYo's business aspects and how this anniversary could be used as a great PR tool to show newer players how MiHoYo treats their dedicated player base. And till this day, I still stand by the point that I think MiHoYo is missing out on a huge opportunity here when they are giving us very little gifts, such as 10 free summons. They didn't even tell us how many weapon enhancement we're gonna get. I saw it on their page, and some other in-game stuff. And they should reset the shop. I guess resetting the shop is a nice nod to the whales or the Leviathans, but to be honest, it's just a shop reset. How many primo gems are you gonna get from a shop reset? It's not that much, right? Realistically speaking, it's not even a celebration. It feels like a special event or a one-time event kind of deal. And it does, while yes, I focused a lot on their in-life celebration, real-life celebration, but at the end of the day, I do think that in-game we should be looking for a little more, right? 10 free summons is going to help some people, a very small portion, but at the same time, the vast majority of us players won't even feel its effects for 10 pulls. That is ridiculously insignificant in comparison to the grand scheme of things, right? I understand that MiHoYo doesn't want to cut too much into their profits when giving away goodies, because every time they give us something, do understand, no matter how minuscule, even if they give us one pull, even that will directly impact their balance sheets, right? At the end of the month, when they check the sheet, they will see a difference, because one free pull for one person doesn't really matter, but you give one free pull to, let's say, 10 million players, how many extra 5 stars are going to start popping, which likely would have caused less. But I'm saying one free pull already has an impact, a noticeable impact. Maybe not to us, the community, we may be not able to feel it, but I swear, you guys have that one friend who, if we all got one free pull, we will always have that one friend who's like, oh my god, I got something. Even in our smaller communities, we can see the ripple effects of an action like that. So 10 free pulls, while yes, I understand for us, we won't really feel a thing. For miHoYo, they will feel something for sure. These 10 free pulls, it may cause someone to spend $20 less on a banner. It's very possible it may cause them to spend $10 less, and then when 10,000 people, 100,000 people, 1 million people spends $10 less on a banner, and it kind of adds up. I'm just trying to give you guys a scale thing. I don't really know the intricate numbers to this detail. All right, so with that said, I do think that at this point in time, if this is all we're going to get for the anniversary, there is the right for the community to be a little upset. I understand. You've been pouring time and effort into this game for the past year, and I do think that people's emotions at this point in time is somewhat justified. And I don't think this time we can defend miHoYo by saying, well, it's free stuff, it's free stuff. Well, it's free stuff. And I mean, it does feel entitled to say like, oh, we want more free stuff. I get it. I know there's going to be comments down below saying like, do you guys hear yourselves and how entitled you guys feel? Like, wow, this is what NA is like, right? And a bunch of entitled kids. But it's while yes, it is an entitlement to be demanding for more free stuff. Like, oh no, not just this much, I want even more. I know how this sounds, okay? And it doesn't really paint us in a good light when we vocalize ourselves like this. But if we look at a lot of the other games, it's almost like an industry standard. We keep saying like, oh, all the gacha games do this, so it's okay for miHoYo to do this, but all the gacha games and all the other games also do this. So now all of a sudden we shouldn't impose this on miHoYo, but we can let the other one slide, but this one can't, right? We can't keep finding excuses. I've defended miHoYo time and time again. I find that I defend them almost at every big corner when something lights up, right? When a community arises. And I've always defended it because it made sense. Looking at it from a business perspective, it just made sense. And now looking at this, not only does it make little sense from a business perspective, this isn't something they can advertise. I mean, they can be like, come play Genshin Impact and get 10 free summons during our anniversary event. And it might bait some noobs in, be like, oh, 10 free summons, that sounds pretty nice. They come in, oh, how much is 10 free summons? Holy crap, 10 free summons is like 3% chance to get a 5-star. And they're like, okay, yeah, the rates are not too bad. It's very insignificant in the long run, right, for most players. And if miHoYo works their PR right, they can still take advantage of their 1-year anniversary. But I think this is a huge missed opportunity for miHoYo to showcase because the second people come in, if they go on the forums, if they watch YouTube videos, they're gonna see this video. They're gonna see, I don't know if other content creators are gonna talk about it. They're gonna see these videos talking like, well, the anniversary is kind of underwhelming. The anniversary is kind of sad. And they go on the forums, people are gonna be like, wow, the anniversary is kind of poop. The anniversary is not that good. Is that something you want your newer player base to be immediately interacting with the second they come into the game? I don't think so, right? It's in miHoYo's best interest to keep the players happy, even if at the cost of a small portion of the income, because we're not going to be able to carry a lot of these goodies forward, right? We're essentially, this patch is going to run us dry, both of primos and of our resources. We're not going to even be able to carry it forward. So it's a very temporary income cut for miHoYo. Anyways, with that said, I think I've mentioned enough about this topic. Personally, myself, I feel a little disappointed. I was expecting a little more. I guess you guys could also say, well, my expectations were already really low, so I don't really mind. I don't really care. But I have high expectations for miHoYo as the company, not Genshin Impact as the game. At every time when I predicted miHoYo to make a smart business move, they have done that for the past year. And this is, I think, the first time miHoYo and I see things at a different level, I guess, unless they have something special planned that they did not reveal during the live stream. But I'm going to leave it at here. I'm a little disappointed, but I still love the game. I still enjoy it. I still play it, and I'm going to get all the characters. So because I'm a filthy whale, judge me how you like. But it's okay if you guys don't feel the same. All right, with that said, let me know in the comments below what you think. I want to hear more of your input. This is the video to put your input down below now. Okay, until tomorrow's video, I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe. Peace. Bye.